Good morning, everybody. Could I ask all of those in the back to move forward so you can hear and you can see the television monitors? There are plenty of seats for everybody. Again, reminder, branch directors and division soups, there are seats up front for you. My name is Mike Beecher. I'm the Plan Section Chief for CARR Fire IMT1. This is the operational briefing for the CARR incident for Tuesday, August the 14th through Wednesday, August the 15th, 0700 to 0700. Before we get started, once again, the fire service family has had a loss. Most of you may have heard yesterday on the Mendocino complex, a Utah firefighter was killed. At this time, I'd like you to have you remove your hats. We'll take a moment of silence for he and his family and the rest of the fire service. Thank you. If you've not already done so, please take the time to make sure your phones are muted, your radios are turned down. I want to call your attention to the ICS 202 form, page 1. You'll see the management objectives there as well as the control objectives. And you see the very first objective on there is for firefighter and civilian safety. The incident has obviously had some serious accidents as well as fatalities. Please take the time to make sure that your crews are well briefed on those objectives and the safety message that can be found in the incident action plan today. We'll get started with an update on current conditions.
All right, good morning everybody. Alex McBath, Operations Section Chief Trainee. I'll go over yesterday's shifts and what we accomplished yesterday. It went really, really well, and kudos to that shift. So we'll start in Branch 1, mostly patrol. They did respond to some service calls down in there, and those will probably continue. Got most of the hose and garbage out of there, so today will be probably another strong shift to get that accomplished. Over in the Branch 2, did really well, held everything. They're mopping up. There's a couple focus areas up there around Shoemaker Mountain. But other than that, everything's looking real good, tearing apart dozer berms and getting after those smokes next to the line. Branch 3 went real well also, mopped up 300 to 500 feet. Additionally, they pulled about 35,000 feet of hose plus and got that recovered and back into camp. There's still some out of the drop point 15 that'll need to be taken care of, but kudos to that group yesterday. Real good work, strong work. Up in Branch 3, mop up, they're recovering hose also and pulling apart those dozer lines and getting after stuff. So everything's looking good, Branch 1, 2, and 3. Branch 4, up in November, Oscar, really good work. They secured that slop over up there. Things are looking real good. Down in Oscar, they put some line in over Backbone Ridge. They got that line completed last night, and they're starting to get going with the prep on that to fire in that to the north. Other than that, overall the fire went real well. Didn't have a lot of issues, and we don't have a lot of concerns other than the safety of our folks out there. Thank you.
Good morning, Incident Meteorologist Ryan Waldron. So the weather pattern's quiet, so we can hopefully use that to our favor. But even with the quiet weather pattern, there's a lot of interesting stuff going on. The prevailing wind flow will remain southerly. That should be favorable if anybody's going direct here in Papa or for any of the firing operations up in Oscar. You should have the wind at your back, light southerly, nothing too significant. In terms of the stability or instability, the Haynes Index is still 4 today. It means a kind of a low potential for plume-dominated fire behavior. I want to point attention for the crews that are in here in Papa. You've got a weather station here near the Shasta Dam that you can call up on your radio, as well up on Dog Mountain. If you want that information, come up after briefing or talk to communications and we can share that information. And then finally, for a safety watch-out situation, we've been pointing this out for the people here near the water, kind of that common denominator. Be aware of the eddies and whatnot that you can't really predict as fire gets put on the ground and we get some of the afternoon winds that come down along the lake. Final thought for the day is just remember things that have never happened before can happen every day. Thanks.
Good morning, Don Bursay, Fire Behavior.
You've been hearing me say in branch 1, 2, and 3 the challenges that we have associated with us, and that's smoldering, that's some backing fire, that's some fire-weakened trees, that's some green slopes, green islands, and things that could flare up with ventilation. Well, when it comes to that smoldering activity, think about this. This is that route that's traveling underneath the roads that we've been driving on, and this route has been slowly burning like a fuse for the last 5, 6, 7, 10 days underneath that road. And as you're driving along in your buggy, in your engine, in your vehicle, now all of a sudden you drop a tire into that roadbed that's been weakened by that root underneath. This is your motivation for getting in there and taking care of that activity here in branches 1, 2, and 3, and very soon branches 4 and 5. So keep alert to that. You don't want to drop a wheel in that and ruin your day and possibly get injured. So that's the kind of activity we're going to expect today in branch 1, 2, and 3 is more of that. So keep alert to that. Now over here in branch 4 and 5, I anticipate that this fire is going to stay on the ground today because of being smoked out. The smoke is traveling again, it's dropping down out of the valley at night, and then it kind of circles around and comes back over itself. We also could have some influences on another fire in the area up here to the northeast. So fire's going to stay predominantly on the surface. Could be fuel jackpots, could be slash piles, could be steep topography that's going to preheat that canopy. Could see some torching, could see some short crown runs, spotting up to about half a mile on us with a probability of ignition in about the high 80s, low 90s throughout the day. Anytime you see smoke clear, anticipate fire to pick up. Now, we're moving towards the water as we go down with our containment and everything else. Think about this. Think about the 30-mile fire. Think about Man Gulch. Think about Kramer. Think about the Tuolumne fire with Eva Scheidt. And also think about the CARR Fire. These are all tragedy fires that occurred near bodies of water due to the variability that that Ryan talked about with the variability of the winds and everything else. Have a heightened level of awareness. Even if you're working down here in Alpha, keep alert to what's going on up here. There's a whole different fire environment up here. So if you get moved, stay alert to that too. Make it a safe day.
Good morning, Paul Carlos, Resource Unit Team 1 with branch and divisional roll call. Starting in branch 1 and 2 is Lubis. Division Tango, Swinson. Division Alpha, Harrison. Division Bravo, McCoon. Branch 3, Ward. Division Delta, Montijo. And Baker, Trainee. Division Hotel, Segura. Division Mike, Fitzgerald. All branch 4 resources, be at Lakehead for briefing. Branch 5, Lauderdale. Division Papa, McDonald. Suppression Repair, Rowe. And Anderson Staging, Bidwell. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Steve Crawford, D Operations. So let's go around the horn on the different branches and what we got going, and then I'll give you some good priorities and what we got going for today. Down in branch 1, I know you guys have been working that for a long time. Some of those resources have been there days and days. I just want you to know I've been cruising the neighborhoods for the past few weeks, and I know that firestorm has gone through there, and that's folks are getting back in there, getting a sense of normalcy. I got very good comments, even from folks that lost their homes, that you folks went back there and helped them get back into their homes. You were there for them when they needed it. So that's a good program that's going on down there. We're going to continue that for another couple of days while we got those calls for service. As long as we get calls for service, you guys are doing good work in there. So don't think that what you're doing down there isn't being effective just as much as we got going up on the top side of the fire. So as we go through there, we still got work to do over here in Alpha and Bravo. There's still heat signatures in there. So a lot of the stuff that you guys are going to be doing today, you're going to have IR that's got to have call outs on it, meaning you're going to get your GPS out, you're going to walk over to each of those spots, and we're going to make sure that there's no more of those on our map, or they start depleting as we keep going on for the next few days. So keep looking at that stuff. Good activity going on in here. I like the fact that we're starting to get all that backhaul out, all that hose out of there. When we get out of here, we want to leave the unit a good product, and we don't want them to have to go get stuff and take care of that. So you guys are doing good stuff for that. Everybody's stripped. We keep working around the horn. As we talked about, the thing here is again, you're down here in this section, and what Boozer brought up is that at any time, something could happen up here, and we're going to need your services up here. Priority one for me is up here. Stuff not getting over the line. If stuff gets over the line and runs, we got to get it. So that's priority one, is going to be anything that's happening up here. That doesn't mean you're not a priority, right? You're still a part of the big picture, and we're going to need you to come up here. So pay attention to what's going on up here as well. The big thing up here, we're holding what we got. We're working on, we got a hand line over here on the lake side. That lake side, we're going to fire off that hand line, and we're going to keep the fire trying to burn out all this area as we come through here. As we come down into Papa, this big piece over here, they did good work yesterday. We found a place to go direct. We were talking about having to fire that. Now we're going to be able to go direct. We're going to get most of that tied in and hooked in. So that's going around the horn. So I told you first priority was holding the top here. Second priority is going to be getting this stuff burnt in and then going direct there. So now you know where the resource is going to be. Now, each individually, sorry if you were here yesterday and heard the speech, but yesterday I gave a task, and my priority yesterday was, first priority is driving safely, get out. I know everybody's being friendly, and we've lost a couple of vehicles that almost rolled over. We had a vehicle that rolled over. We're getting close. A lot of those were near misses. And we don't need to have, with what's gone left and what's going on here, we don't need to have a moment of silence for anybody else, okay? This is getting old. So take the time. You're going to back up. You're going to be friendly. Get out. Each of you get out and look at it. Look at your situation. Come up, check the road bed, make sure it's safe. If you're going to pass each other, we've got a pretty good route to travel. So now it's one way in, one way out. So we don't have a lot of that passing. We're trying to help you. If you got more suggestions on that to be safe, bring that forward. But we had one IWI yesterday. Meaning we had one incident within an incident, meaning we had one injury, reportable injury. Your goal today is to be the first day to not have any injuries. So we can pull that off today. We'll make that the first one. All right? Thank you.
Good morning. Matt Hill, Air Operations Incident Management Team 1. For today, air attack and fixed wing requested as needed. Rotary wing, we have 5 heavy water droppers and 3 medium water droppers. And then we have Guard 841 that's available for 24-hour hoist. Please monitor air to ground and bring your orders through division and branch. Thank you very much. Have a safe day.
Good morning, Anthony Swanetta, Safety IMT 1. Today we'll have 7 safety officers on the line. 5 of those safety officers will be 24 hours. We'll have 3 safety officers in Division Oscar. Because you guys listen to weather and everything that happens around those bodies of water, we want to make sure we have plenty of eyes out there for you. If you need us, use us. We're there for you guys. So if you guys are cutting line, you can't see the escape routes, safety zones, utilize our guys out there. They'll definitely help you out. On top of that, complacency and situational awareness. We say this all the time, but the things that are still out there that are killing us are still there. The fire's gone away, but the driving's still there and the snags are still there. Be diligent, pass along information, get some of your people involved, empower your people, provide some small unit leadership opportunities, let them do those safety briefings, get them re-engaged. That's what we need to have. We need to have everyone engaged in the fire today. So have a safe day. Thank you.
Good morning, Justin Winning, CARR Fire Team 1, Medical Unit Leader. On page 6, we've blown up the 9 line for you to see big. You can ride in it to call in the IWI. Hopefully, like Ops was saying, we have 0 today. That would be awesome. Page 41 is your SES 206. On the incident today, we have 1 ambulance in Lewiston, 1 at drop point 55, and 1 up in Lakehead. 2 RIMS teams, 1 in Branch 4, which is a 24, 1 in Delta Foxtrot, that is a 12. We have 8 line medic groups out there, most of them all on a 24. And again, when you're calling in the IWI, the 9 line, give us the chief complaint, not the diagnosis. And we also will ask for the strike team identifier, agency, E number, but please do not identify the actual patient over the radio. Have a safe day. Thank you.
Good morning, Craig White, T1 Logistics. No changes to your comp plan for today, same as the last couple shifts. As we get ready for demob, we do have a new attraction in the fairgrounds here. We do have a weed wash that's going to be part of the demob process. That's located adjacent to the fuel out there in the parking area. Keep the backhaul coming. You guys are doing a great job out there getting that stuff in. work your backhaul needs through your divisions. They can get through comms to get that stuff picked up. Any line orders, make sure you get those in early. Work through comms so we can track that stuff. Let us know your needs out there. We're here to help. Have a great day.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dominic Polito with the Public Information Office. If you could please turn to page 50, I'll give you an update on numbers. This fire is currently a smidge larger than New York City. It's 65% contained, and there are 4,334 souls. At the top of that page are a couple phone numbers. One is the info line for the public, and the other is to contact for the media. If you guys are out there, guys and gals, and you see media wandering your line and they are unescorted, please give us a call. We'll send someone out there. If you are cutting line and you notice that one of your firefighters is wearing high heels, you've probably been infiltrated by the media. So please call us and we will come out and mitigate that problem for you. We have lost and found still. If you don't have a wallet, you can't start your car, or you can't call home, we probably have those items in the office. And then you guys probably noticed the sign outside there, right outside the briefing. That is a memorial sign that we're going to send to the family of the mechanic who passed away. We would really like that sign to not have a single square inch of space on it when we send it to the family. So if you've not signed that, please go write your condolences, sign your name. We'd want the same for yours. And then lastly, I've been on this fire for 18 days, getting ready to transition as well as a lot of you. Make those little investments at home. You know, I know a lot of us, we kind of lost our empathy and our emotions through years of this job, but our wives and husbands and children have not. So just prepare yourself for that emotionally, creatively plan some dates, make some investments at home, and make the transition a lot easier. You guys have a safe day.
For your financial needs, you can find the finance section located in the Fasara Hall. There's a finance message on page 45. A reminder to local government out-of-state engines, please make sure you're signing your fuel tickets. There's a cooperators meeting today at 1000 hours in the Shasta Hall. If you are demobbing, please refer to page 51 of your IEP. Once again, demob is located in the Fasara Hall as well. If you are a trainee and want credit for this incident, please take the time now to check in with the Train Tech Spec. You can find their message on page 52. The CARR task forces were rearranged the day before yesterday. Please take the time and review those on page 7 in your IEP. For division and group suits, please make sure you're taking roll call during your breakout sessions, downloading that information with the deputy operations before you leave camp. Upon the return to camp, please make sure you're checking in with cost apportionment, as well as turning in shift tickets and water use reports. There's a demob list posted electronically. You can utilize a QR code. If you don't find yourself on the plan, you may not be unassigned, you may be going home. Please check that list. It's posted on the briefing van, or briefing board behind you, to my right, your left. If you are unassigned, please make sure you're reporting to the unassigned table to my right, your left at the completion of the briefing. Final comments.
All right, good morning, folks. Ben Newber, Unified Incident Commander. I'm going to take a minute today and talk about a slogan we have in one of our high-risk programs, the Hello Rappel program. And that saying, it came from the military, is slow is smooth, smooth is fast. And the intent there is to make very deliberate actions. It's a high-risk environment when you step off that skid and the only thing holding you to that helicopter in the air is a little 3/8" rope. It kind of makes you wonder that you did all your checks right. Today, we've heard a lot about the risks that we've been going through, some of the safety issues that we've had, a number of vehicle issues, vehicle accidents. We just heard that a firefighter was killed yesterday on the Mendo complex from a tree. So as you guys go out there today, think about that. Think about the very deliberate actions that you guys are taking and making sure that you're not cutting corners, that you're doing everything the right way, that you're checking your buddies out, making sure that they're doing things the right way, and making sure that everything's high, tight, and right. Have a good day out there.
That concludes our briefing. Once again, please report to your breakout areas promptly. Unassigned resources to my right, your left. Thank you for your attention.